Hey guys, welcome to week 36 of pregnancy, your 15-minute workout, and congratulations for making it this far. I would love to hear what you've thought of these workouts, so leave any opinions or feedback in the comments below and join the channel if you haven't already. So for today's workout, we'll just need our mat as per usual and a reminder to do things at your own pace and to stay well hydrated throughout. Our first exercise is a simple lunge to warm up the legs and get things going. So you can have your hands on a wall for support if you need to, or a table or chair, but keep that pelvis slightly tucked under as you step back into a lunge. And you're just going down and coming back up. Down and up. So try not to let that lower back arch, but keep those abdominals braced as you lunge down and up. And as you come up, squeeze the glute of that back leg, because you're also getting a glute workout here. Down and up. Down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're then going to switch sides, so pelvis slightly tucked under. Take that leg back and lower yourself down into that lunge position, squeezing the glutes on the way back up. Down and up. Hopefully those leg muscles are starting to feel a little bit warmer. Down and up. 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to standing, we've got some squats. So you're going to step out into a squat, and as you step out, tap towards the opposite foot, and then other side. Down and up, similar to the lunge. As we come back up, we're squeezing the glutes, almost pushing the hips forwards as you bring the feet together. If the stepping out aggravates any pelvic pain, you can also just keep it stationary here. Squatting in the middle without stepping out. So heart rate should start climbing a little. A fit mom is a fit baby. So the fitter you are, if you've been doing these workouts up until this point, the fitter you are going into labor, the easier your baby, your fit baby, should be able to handle the stresses of labor. 1 more each way. Last 1. We're then back side on. Hands behind the head here, shoulder blades down the back, brace the abs. You've got a slight knee bend as you hinge forward, squeezing the shoulder blades down the back and come up. As I come up, I push my hips forward, squeeze the glutes. Down and up. So we're working our back muscles a little bit here, and also our hamstrings. As you bend forward, the weight is more towards the toes rather than the heels. Squeeze those shoulder blades down the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we start from the beginning again with those lunges. So stand up nice and tall, tuck that pelvis slightly under before stepping back into that lunge position. And down and up. Down and up. Breathe. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We switch sides, pelvis tucked under. Feel free to spend time, just a few seconds, really making sure that you're in a good starting position, your core is engaged, your back is in a good position before launching into the exercise. Down and up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come back to center. Stepping out into those squats. We step out, opposite hand to toe, or toe to opposite hand. Everything at your own pace. The faster you do this, the more of a cardio move it will become. The slower, the more of an endurance strength move. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands behind the head. We've got some tabletop hinges. Slight bend in the knees. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. Hips forward as you stand. Down and up. Just a few more to go. We've got 5 left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. We now move down onto the mat, and you can get down any way you want to. I always like to roll down because I can work on my spinal mobility a little bit. And you're going to have hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Just give the pelvis a few rocks here or a few tilts before we begin. And you can slowly reduce the size of those tilts until you're in a middle neutral position. Lift the baby towards you as you brace those abs. You're going to take one leg and cross ankles over the other. Keep both hips facing the mat as you then lift that leg up and bring it back down. Up and down. If this is a strain on the wrists at all, you can come up onto fists or down onto elbows. But try to keep both hips facing the mat so you may not lift very high. Squeeze the glute at the top. Try not to let that belly drop. Keep that core engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold it here and just pulse. Small pulses up as you squeeze those glutes and keep flattening those ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit down. Just wiggle those hips a bit from side to side, because we're going to repeat that on the other side. So settle into that middle neutral spine position. Check out some of our technique videos if you're unsure about that. Brace the abs, cross one ankle over the other, but keep the hips facing the mat. Lift as you squeeze the glutes. Up and down. Now notice as the leg lifts, the lower back does the arch. The core stays engaged, belly rounded, tension in those abdominals, and it's just the leg that moves. We've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold it there and pulse. And if these leg lifts are aggravating any pelvic pain, you can also lie on your back or have the top half of your body over the edge of a bench or chair and do an exercise like bridges, because that will also work the glutes, but it might be less of a load on the pelvis. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down and just take the hips from side to side here. Breathing. And then sit back into child's pose as you stretch the arms forwards, knees nice and wide, and breathe here. Okay, coming up, you're going to swing your legs forwards for our last exercise for today. So have the legs a little bit wide, about as wide or wider than your mat. If you're struggling to sit all the way up, you can sit on a block or just bend your knees here. Arms come in front of you. Relax the shoulders. Here we've got a pelvic tilt, as much as our belly will allow, so we feel a bit of abdominal tension here. We then come up and hinge forward, keeping the back straight here. Round the spine. You can have your hands behind your thighs here to help. And hinge forward. So we've got a little bit of spinal mobility as that spine rounds. Still working the core. And reach forward. We've just got 2 more. and reach. And last one. Up and reach. On the last one, just let the head hang down for a bit. And then slowly make your way into standing, because our 15-minute workout is done. Feel free to spend a little bit of extra time stretching if you'd like, but that is it for today. Leave any questions or any feedback in the comments. Join and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you again soon on another Belly Strong video.